And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Cantor in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Denver, Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Austin Rivers, and there's JaVale McGee, and it's Porter in at the 2. Lillard from outside. Powell finds Lillard. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Oh, Porter in position. Stolen by Cantor. Lillard, right side. Jokic grabs the miss.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Here's Lillard. Michael Porter making his last shot. Lillard with it, now guarded by Porter. That one good for 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And here are the Nuggets now, following the score by Damian Lillard. And yes, it's good.
Well, get in your rocking chair as Rivers does the weave through the D. Makes that look easy.
Now here's Lillard. Now the pass to Powell. Rivers against Lillard. McGee with the block, and he gets it back. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Just 2 to shoot. Tries again. They shoot again. Out left to the wing. Stolen by McGee. Here's Gordon. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It goes on C.J. McCollum. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cantor. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Robert Covington.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
Now here's Lillard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And that one's good, Harrison.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Lillard. 6 points for him.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 3. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Simons. He dishes it to Anthony. Can't hit that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Porter. And Jones pulls it down. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Here's Porter. And McCollum with the block. And he's able to get it back. 2 points. That one goes. And so here's Portland. 4-point game. McCollum against Porter. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by McCollum.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Rivers passes to McGee, and the shot goes down.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Here's the three. That one, no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nuggets ahead, up 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian...
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver. Porter is out there with Austin Rivers. Then it's Green. Then there's Gordon. And it's McGee in at the 5.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Harry Giles is checked in for Portland. Here's Simons. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Pass to Chuncho. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. And here's Anthony for 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Now Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
Denver in the lead. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Harrison passes to Millsap. Elbow shot is on the way. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Simons. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. Norman Powell's checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Stolen by Cantor. Powell with it. Picked up by Rivers. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Trailblazers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. There's 1:54 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Campazzo, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Now, here's Lillard. He's covered closely, and Cantor able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Passes it to Chanshaw. Campazzo, guarded by Powell. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. The shot by Harrison, no good. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
The pass to Millsap. To the inside. Campazzo. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Covington. The Trailblazers on offense. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Free throw drops for Covington. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Porter kicks to Rivers. Over Lillard. Rivers can't get it to go. And McCollum launches it from deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were always within striking distance. And that should do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot.
And Michael Porter Jr. being drafted was a bit of a high risk, high reward due to the fact that physically he needed to come a long way to be consistent in the NBA. We may be seeing signs that it's going to pay off with huge dividends.
And the playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Jokic kicks to McGee. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Knocked away. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Rivers.
Like that he gets out and runs that time. That's well within the wheelhouse of Austin Rivers, finishing on the break.
Goes up to the stripe. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Lillard with it. 10 points for him. McCollum outside. Down low. And Cantor throws it down.
A skilled pick and roll player. Cantor has great sense of timing and the ability to convert.
Rivers against Lillard. Rivers passes to Porter. Misses in close.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's the floater. And it's sent back by Jokic. And Porter, here we go. Off on the layup.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Now here's Lillard. And hits one. Maybe he's ready to get back on track. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
Rivers can't get it to go. Portland leading by 7. Powell kicks to Lillard. There's the dish to Covington. Back to Lillard from deep. Again the miss by Lillard.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And that one, good. McGee's got his second basket of the game.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. Now Lillard. He's got 12.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Now here's Jokic. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Free throw, good. Jokic.
And for a big man, Jokic is more than just a good free throw shooter. He is fantastic.
Pass to Simons. Lays it up off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
For Denver, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Denver shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Jones, the pass to Giant. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Pass to Jokic. He sinks the 11-footer. Jokic has got 9.
Well, the confidence just keeps growing with Jokic and his shot. Pretty much ready to shoot as soon as it touched his hands.
To the left side wing. Here's Simons. Good on the three-point shot. Simons has got 5 points in the quarter. The Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Harrison. Pass to Jokic. It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Campazzo. The layup missed. Jones from outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Gordon out there with Green. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Rivers. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Green, no luck. And so they foul intentionally. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Simons.
I see him.
Beyond the arc. Doesn't go that time. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. Denver passing it around. Campazzo off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's the break. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Campazzo uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
And so here's Portland. After the Nuggets pick up 2. No problems knocking that one down. Anthony's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Millsap has the open look. And the 3 off target. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Cantor. Lillard from outside. Nailed from 3-point land. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Defensively, you like to try and run Lillard off of that spot because, man, he gets it going out there, he's going to hurt you.
Rivers against Covington. And stolen by Lillard. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. Trailblazers leading by 10. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Lillard misses.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
And finished off by Porter.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Here's Lillard. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Cantor trying to free himself up. Count that one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now here's Rivers. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Porter. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Rivers against Lillard. From deep 3-point range, 6 to shoot. It's Powell on the wing, and stolen by Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Lillard outside. He kicks to Powell. It's McCollum on the wing. Hands it from downtown.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Rivers, here's McGee. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Portland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. A 3 from McCollum. Kept alive. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Outside Covington. And McCollum launches it from deep. The shot, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Here's Jokic. Shoots over Cantor. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Look, Jokic continues to get confidence. He is becoming that guy for this team.
The Trailblazers on offense. Here's Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. Rebound by JaVale McGee. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Kicks it to McGee. Gordon goes in. Outside Porter. Takes the 3. And that one is off. So the Trailblazers win it. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. The Mile High City. It's an NBA afternoon game here on this. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the power forward position. And for Denver, we've got Gordon. Rivers out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the 4 slot.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Porter passes to Jokic. Drops in the layup for 2.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Oh, Porter in position. Rivers dishes to Gordon. Jacks up a 3. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will come the other way. And finished off by Leonard.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Rivers against Jackson. Rivers passes to Najee. Deflects the pass. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Left side Jackson. Out to Morris. Here's Leonard. That shot off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And that one drops for him. Jokic has got 6.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shots. This time, finds the open man.
Now, here's George. And George with the stuff.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Najee. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside, George. Here's Leonard. And foul on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Leonard missing. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Outside Jackson. Passes to Leonard. Shoots from 12. 6 on the shot clock. Zubac finds Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubac, that's good.
Coming off the screen, Kawhi attracts so much defensive attention. Hard to throw a blanket over the roller at the same time.
Now here's Rivers. 36 seconds left to play in the first. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The three from George. It's hauled in by Gordon. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. George against Porter. Leonard with the steal. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
Rivers scanning the floor. Jokic on top. Lets the three fly, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. At the end of one, a closely contested game. So and close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got DeMarcus Cousins, Luke Kennard out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Batum, and it's Oturu in at the power forward. Deft touch on the alley-oop. Batum's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Morris against Rondo. Sweet move, and Morris with the lay-in. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
Stolen. McGee with it. He's picked up by Rondo, and that one's good. Harrison.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
Here's Morris after Rajon Rondo's bucket, and they pick up 2.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Kennard against McGee. Pocket 6. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Fires top of the key. He can't get that one to fall. And Denver the other way now. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Bull. Aaron Gordon comes in for JaVale McGee. And Porter subbed in for Monte Morris.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's George. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Jackson. Here's Millsap, lays it up and banks it in. Millsap's got the lead back up to 4 now for Denver.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Doesn't go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now here's Porter. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. There's the pass to Porter. Back to Rivers. Charity stripe shot. It's hauled in by the Clippers. George with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. Nobody near Leonard. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with this offense.
Gordon kicks to Jokic. There's the triple. The Nuggets with another miss. To the middle. That's good for George on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Gordon. Jacks up a 3. The putback, and that's it for the first half of action. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, Jokic is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Porter. Then it's Rivers. And it's Gordon in at the small forward.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
Pass to Jokic. Porter kicks to Gordon. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Now, here is George. He's got 11. A three-pointer off the mark. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over
and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's stolen by Morris. And now the fast break, George with the ball. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
George against Rivers. 7-foot shot. Good. Jokic has got 8 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Jackson finds Zubats. Back to Jackson. Outside, George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Timeout.
It's going to be on Jokic.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Aaron Gordon. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Austin Rivers.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Harrison. The Nuggets with a new 14.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebound advantage is starting to add up.
George looking over the floor. Pass to Oturu. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. McGee with the block. One-on-one here. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played, but don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. From deep. But they get it back. Outside Leonard. That's tipped. Kennard on the wing. To halt the run. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Morris against Rondo. Morris dishes the Bol. Misses from close range. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard, no luck. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Morris inside, and Jokic wide open. He shoots, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Leonard. Clippers trail by 3. And Batum kicks to Kennard. 6 to shoot. This is it to Cousins. Over Morris. Cousins, no good.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets lead. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Batum. Also, Ivica Zubac out there. Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. And it's Man in at the 2. The shot's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. From deep three-point range, they get it again. Here's Zubac. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Huge play on the offensive glass there to get more second chance points. He's only getting more physical as this game wears on.
You know what? That was perfect timing on that possession. Huge play in the game. They needed those points right now.
And that one drops. Rivers has got the lead back up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
The offensive rebound, Zubac. The shot, no good. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. McGee's checked in. Denver leading by 5. Outside, Porter. Outside, Green. Back to Porter. Count it. Porter's got the lead up to 7 now for Denver.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Rondo passes to Oturu. Back to Rondo. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. A shot by Batum, no good. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. McGee's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Outside, George. Outside, Jackson. Back to George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Jackson against Rivers. To the paint. The pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. And Jokic slams it in.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
The open shot by Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Denver leading by 7. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
A nice touch on the jump shot. Jokic's shooting ability changes his team's definition of spacing.
The shot by George, wide open. Off target with his 3.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Here's Jokic. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
The three from George. Morris dishes to George. McGee with the block. 1:11 left to play here in the fourth. Gordon against Leonard. Outside Gordon. Over Leonard. And again, Denver no good. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nuggets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jokic.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Morris has got it back down to single digits for the Clippers.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Jokic passes to McGee. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. And the starting lineups have concluded. So, welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. DH.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Denver, Bol is out there with Jokic. Then it's Rivers. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Porter in at shooting guard. Now, here's Doncic. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
The 3 for Doncic. No good that time. And it's Denver the other way. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Rivers down low. Here's Bol. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And finished off by Porter.
One of the best passing bigs the league has to offer. If you're open, Jokic will find you.
Doncic against Porter. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Count the basket.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
And a wide open look for Porter. And it's off from three-point range. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Doncic against Porter. The pass to Finney-Smith. In the corner, it's Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Pass to Finney-Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Porter finds Jokic. It's Rivers on the wing. Denver the rebound. Back to Jokic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The shot by Kleba, wide open. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Bull. Now here's Gordon. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Here's Richardson after Austin Rivers scored. Richardson attacking, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Now here's Rivers. And he comes up with the deuce.
There is a determination that Austin Rivers brings on dribble drives. He will not fear contact. Believe that.
Here's Doncic, trailing here by 8. Offensive rebound. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bull. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Michael Porter. And then for Dallas, Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Porzingis. Fades and shoots. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
It's Rivers on the wing. Richardson covering. Jokic on top. Harrison in the corner. Denver with a new 14. It's good.
Now off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Now here's Brunson. Defense right on him, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, we see a de-emphasis of the mid-range shot opportunities in today's NBA, but Porzingis excels in that area.
Here's Harrison. Shoots from the baseline. That shot off the mark. And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to help his...
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Hardaway in at the 3.
How about the ups of Dwight Powell? He's making these lobs look easy.
Brunson against Morris. Chanchar, the pass to Morris. Here's Chanchar. Offline with his three. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And here is Powell. Here's Hardaway. Millsap grabs the miss. The Nuggets leading by 4. Harrison passes to McGee.
Nice work to get it inside.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Burke, the pass to Cauley-Stein. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Denver making a switch here. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 6-point lead. Harrison kicks to Millsap. Offensive rebound.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Left side, Hardaway. Burke dishes to Cauley-Stein. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hardaway with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Powell, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Denver leading by 8. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 6 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. And sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, DA. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And they double up Doncic. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. 1:51 left in the second quarter. Richardson against Rivers. Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith.
We call that staying calm, recognizing the situation, and saving the possession. Doncic able to beat the clock.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
On the wing, Doncic, guarded by Porter. Porter pulls it in.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Doncic, no good.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And there it is for him. Green's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
Good possession there, exactly the way they drew it up.
The three for Doncic. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Doncic, no good. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. JaVale McGee's checked in for Green. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Now Rivers. Pass to Jokic from deep. That one's not going to go. The three for Doncic. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we finished one half of basketball. Nuggets ahead. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to... Well, what can you say about superstar big man Nikola Jokic? Jamal Murray said... And that'll...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Denver, Michael Porter's out there with Rivers. Then there's Bull, and it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the small forward.
Amazing when you're 7'3" with great instincts. You create an opportunity to get the putback. Nice work, Kristaps Porzingis.
Rivers against Doncic. Rivers passes to Bull. Off target from three-point range. And stolen by Bull. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the size Bull has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for the Nuggets.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleber grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleber texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Puts it up from 12. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 8.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Doncic feeling it out. And the dunk by Doncic.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Rivers passes to Jokic. Yep, it counts. He's got 10.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Paul Millsap's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Bull with it. He's got 7. Millsap trying to get open. Bull can't hit. Mavericks trail by 11. Throws it up high. Burke finds Hardaway.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Here's Harrison. The Mavericks pull it in. Now here's Cauley Stein. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Doncic. Brunson against Morris. Inside, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. McGee, the pass to Morris. And the pass to Chancellor. Millsap against Hardaway. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Redick. And he banks in the layup.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Morris dishes to Millsap. And Millsap stabs it in.
Way to attack there off the dribble. Millsap showing great instincts in getting to the rack.
Runs in the pass to Burke. 51 seconds left in the third. And the layup's good off the glass. The Nuggets leading by 11. Pass to McGee. Back to Morris. Pass to Chancellor. Shoots over Redick. Chancellor, no good.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
Millsap down low. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. It's good on the putback. McGee's got 6 here in this quarter.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. And so, while we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Redick is out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Millsap kicks to Jokic. Back to Millsap. Kleber against Jokic. 11 feet out and he hits it. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Nice touch on the jump shot. Jokic's shooting ability changes his team's definition of spacing.
Redick against Millsap. Redick passes to Kleber. Back to Redick. This one for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
The focus, the precision. Once Redick gets any airspace to shoot the deep ball, he seizes on the opportunity.
Rivers passes to Jokic. Shoots from the elbow. Again, the Nuggets score.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Porter finds Green. Outside, Porter. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Redick is in the corner. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. Bol, he's checked in for Denver. Gordon comes in for Paul Millsap. And Dallas with a change here too. Doncic is checked in. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Rivers kicks to Jokic. And again, Denver no good. Mavericks trailed by 14. Finney-Smith passes to Kleba. The drive by Doncic. Misses the layup. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 10 points in just the second half.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Yep, that one goes.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Rivers passes to Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Back to Kleba. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. And here's Doncic from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
It doesn't seem to matter where Luka Doncic is on the floor. His shooting ability is impressive.
Rivers against Doncic. Rivers passes to Porter. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Bol with it. He's picked up by Doncic. And that one's good by Porter.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Bol.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Burke in for Josh Richardson. Gordon finds Jokic. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Doncic outside. There's 45 seconds left in the game. That one falls.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Jokic kicks to Rivers. He dishes it to Bol. Passes it to Jokic. Takes a 3, and so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. "20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
So we see Denver get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Michael Porter's out there with Rivers. Then there's Bull. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 4. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Powell in at the small forward.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Kanter. Kicks it out to McCollum. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
Outside Gordon. The pass to Jokic. Shoots over Covington. And that one's good. Jokic.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here's Lillard. Covington kicks to Cantor. McCollum outside. To the wing on the left. 5 to shoot. Lillard. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Lillard's got 5 now.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
Here is Porter. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Good D by Covington.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Lillard outside. Cantor trying to free himself up, and it's Lillard missing. It's been a slow start here for Denver. 6-point game, and it's Jokic missing. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. And stolen by Bull. And Porter, here we go. And the shot goes in.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Lillard against Rivers. Lillard dishes to Cantor. And Lillard gets it to go. He has 7.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Rivers looking over the floor. Lillard with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
And finished off by Rivers.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And here's McCollum. He's got 5. Makes it off the glass. McCollum's got 7 points.
Well, as his confidence grows, McCollum gets himself into attack mode, and that's where his game goes to another level. Beautiful drive by the young phenom.
Now here's Rivers. The shot from the low post is good. Here's Lillard. 4-point game. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. To the middle, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. Derek Jones, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now, here is Morris. Millsap left side. Back to Morris. Got it off in time. That one, no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 4. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Portland, Nurkic is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point.
And Porter has such great athleticism, able to get up and throw it down.
McCollum outside. Outside Anthony. Pass to Nurkic. It's McCollum on the wing. And here's Anthony for three. They get it back. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. A three from McCollum. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 4. The kick out to Porter. Green, the pass to McGee. Porter in the corner. Back to McGee. Crafty move. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking.
Here's Simons. Oh, good with the triple. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Jones, and he slams it down right on top of JaMychal Green.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Harrison kicks to Porter. Teardrop shot. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Launches it. It's good from long range. And now a 9-point Portland lead.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That was kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if you can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Nice move. The layup good by Porter. Porter's got 6.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
Anthony in the corner. Here's McCollum. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. He's got 12.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Here's Harrison. He's guarded by McCollum. Clock at 6. Fires from deep. A rebound by Simons.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Now McCollum will blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
Now here's Porter. He's guarded closely. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Trailblazers leading by 9. There's 42 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Simons. Off target at the rim.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. 19 seconds left in the first half of the game. And the wide open shot from Morris. They get it back, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
There's competing right now. Millsap wanting to make the most out of that possession.
Now Lillard. with 4 seconds on the clock. Here's Cantor, and that one released in time, but no good. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. CJ McCollum was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points, and he doesn't get caught. And that'll do it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Now, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. You've got Gordon. Austin Rivers is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Bull. And it's Jokic in at the 4. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Monte Morris is checked in for Michael Porter. Powell for 3. And no good that time. And Denver the other way now. Morris into the lane. To the left wing. To the inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Lillard the pass to Cantor. Second chance shot. Lillard finds Cantor. Covington wide open. He fires. Drops in the tray. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Portland leading by 8. Lillard outside. Over Rivers, and Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 9 points.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
Outside Gordon. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Jokic, banked in off the glass. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Rivers against Lillard. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
The Nuggets trail by 8. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen by Cantor. One-on-one here. The baseline J. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
That's a pretty quick trigger from Lillard. That's what allows him to nail those jumpers. Sometimes he realizes the D's a bit closer.
Morris kicks to Jokic. A 3-pointer off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Powell for 3. Denver grabs the miss. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And finished off by Rivers.
Amazing how much the offense has changed around the center position and the way Jokic can see the floor.
Lillard outside. He gets it in there.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Harrison's checked in. Lets it go from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Harrison's got his first 3 points of the game.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bull. Green comes in for Jokic. And it's Michael Porter in for Austin Rivers. 5 on the clock. Here's Cantor. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 7. Outside for Millsap. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And he makes both free throws. And here are the Nuggets now. 36 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Harrison. Pass to Millsap. Plenty of space. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Harrison's got 5 points in the quarter.
Good decision-making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific feat.
Jones looking for an opening. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Stolen by McGee. It'll count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He notched 8 points. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Derek Jones. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jokic draws the double. 6 to shoot. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Denver with the ball. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Harrison. That 3 off the mark.
And they continue to control the glass.
Jones dishes to Lillard. Back to Jones from the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. McCollum no good. Millsap finds Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Millsap passes to Jokic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, people try to be aggressive with Jokic, but it doesn't bother him much on that kind of possession.
Lillard with it. Passes it to Nurkic. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Denver.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Rivers against Lillard. Rivers can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 9. Lillard outside. Back to Powell. Over Gordon. And Lillard gets double teamed. The shot by Powell, no good. The Nuggets trail by 9, and there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. Ball, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. Here's Gordon. Up and in on the layup. Gordon's got his first 2 points.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Lillard attacking. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Rivers passes it to Jokic. Puts it up. That shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. And a deep three from Lillard. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Bol. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And Lillard kicks to Powell. Nurkic trying to get open. The shot by Powell, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
In an active player, Gordon can be a handful to keep up with throughout the course of the game.
And Gordon drops them both.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Lillard against Rivers. And Lillard kicks to Powell. There's the pass to Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard from outside. And it's Denver with the rebound. It's Bol, top of the key. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bol there with a big basket.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Rivers against Lillard. To the middle. Nurkic the pass to McCollum. Portland again missing.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that 3.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Well, it didn't take too long for Jokic to blossom into one of the better young players in the league. Much quicker than most folks, I think, give him credit for.
And an intentional foul right there.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
Denver calls timeout. They trail by 3. 8 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, what do you think?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Here are the Nuggets unloading from the team bus earlier on, anxious to get down to business. And the injury report for both teams, players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Bol. Porter is out there with Rivers. Then there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Now Leonard following the three-point attempt by Jokic. George looking over the floor. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Rivers passes to Jokic. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here is George. Zubac trying to break loose. A second chance effort. Porter with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Bull.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Now, here is Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And he sinks the second.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Here's Rivers. Pass to Bull. And here's Porter over George. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Morris kicks to Leonard. Over Bull. Back to Leonard. And Bull pulls it down. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Jokic. Pass to Rivers. Back to Jokic. Another shot. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And a funk this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
It's Rivers on the wing. And another miss by Denver.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Jokic.
And when Jokic gets rolling, all 250 pounds of him, he's a load to try to stop off the bounce.
Denver shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The Nuggets also changing it up. Millsap comes in for Bull. And it's Harrison in for Porter. Pass to Man. 1:15 left to play in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Nuggets making a change here. Green's checked in. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Rivers surveying the D. Outside Gordon. To the paint. Here's Green. Outside Gordon. Rivers with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Rivers can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The pass to Beverly. He kicks it to Cousins. Beverly up top. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. From 15 feet away, Los Angeles with another miss. Green dishes to Gordon. And another miss by Denver. So the first quarter ends Clark tie game in a low-scoring affair so far. And earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've been.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Rajon Rondo is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Millsap passes to Harrison. They grab their own miss. McGee's shot is off.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
That one goes in.
And don't kid yourself about Cousins. He has the ability to see the whole floor, and he's willing to share the wealth.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
The Nuggets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Both teams will make substitutions. The Clippers trail. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And George, here we go. Zubac's no good. For Denver, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And the size Ball has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
The Nuggets have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets. The Clippers shooting only 21% from the field so far. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Outside for George. Back to Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's Zubac, following the basket by Jokic. Outside Jackson. Down low. Zubac finds Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Denver also making some changes. Jermichael Green comes in for Bull. And it's Rivers in for Harrison. Passes it to Jokic. Lays it up and banks it in. Jokic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
And it looks like they're settling down after having some real problems shooting the ball in that opening quarter.
Gordon against George. Zubac's in the post. No points in the game yet for him. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
From 11 feet away, and Jokic with the basket on the assist by Green.
Oh, he's heating up here now in the second quarter. Watch out.
Outside, George. 54 seconds left here in the second. Back to Cousins. George trying to break free. And Cousins kicks to Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Nuggets leading by 6. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Now here's Leonard. Jokic with the steal. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now here is McGee. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Inside. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Just keeps racking up the accolades. Kawhi's been an all-NBA first-teamer, a finals MVP. You'd think he smiled more.
Three-pointer. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The deep is told they got themselves into in the opening. And that's...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Jokic is out there at Bowles. And it's Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. Here's Rivers. Paul George making his last shot. Rivers passes to Porter. Jokic kicks to Rivers. Jokic inside. Working on Zubac. Jokic with the bucket.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
George against Porter. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from George.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Rivers passes to Porter. Back to Rivers. Feeds it to Bowles. And the dunk by Bowles.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. It's George on the wing, guarded by Porter. Zubac, the pass to Beverly. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 6. Outside, George. Porter with the steal. Rivers with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic. Green comes in for Bull. And it's Harrison in for Porter.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
And the wide open shot from Green. The Nuggets with another miss. Clippers trail by 5. Batum with the bounce pass. Clippers moving the ball around. They get the rebound. And Cousins kicks to Beverly. Kennard for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Kennard's got 5 now.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Beverly against Rivers. Millsap down low. Back to Rivers. Dishes it to Millsap. 4 on the shot clock. The shot by Harrison, no good.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
That evens the score. Mann's got his first basket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
There's Harrison. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Rivers against Kennard. The dish to Beverly. There's the feed to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Hey, you're not going to outmuscle Cousins. He converts through contact as well as anyone.
34 seconds left to play here in the third. Millsap passes to Rivers. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Down low, here's Zubac. And he uses the glass on the layup. Zubac has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Harrison. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And time for the short break, and stay right. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Kennard in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. The Clippers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. And it's Rondo penetrating. Zubac kicks to Rondo. Back to Zubac. Stolen by Rivers. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Gordon's running. And then Gordon with the dunk.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete. Gordon is an effective option on fast breaks.
Here's Rondo. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Paul George is checked in for Rajon Rondo. Denver also making some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Bull in for Paul Millsap.
One of the toughest covers in the league. Kawhi's jumper just keeps getting better.
Here's Rivers. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Leonard with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. And the wide open shot from Morris. Hits the three-point bomb. And now a three-point Clipper lead. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Stolen by Jackson. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Gordon. No good that time. Great D that time from Leonard. Offensive rebound. Takes the 3. Goes up again. Launches a 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Leonard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Rivers against Jackson. Rivers passes to Jokic. Good on the bucket. And that's now 17 points for Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic seems determined to have a big night. So far, he's been successful.
Outside, George. Now the pass to Zubac. Outside for George. Zubac in the post. Jokic defending. Clock at 2. Jackson passes to Zubac. Over Jokic. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Jackson. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Los Angeles leading by 4. Outside, George. He feeds it to Cousins. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Now, here's Bull. Defended by George. Bull, that's good.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. George against Porter. And it's George missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis, he talked with the team. We told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now, Kevin.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Morris.
Good! Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
George with the ball. Cousins trying to free himself up. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Here's Morris. Back to Harrison. Pass to Morris. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Jokic. Paul George with the steal. Outside, Batum. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 1. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Leonard. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Now... And it's Rivers in at the 1 spot. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And it's Doncic missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion. Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Here's Doncic. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Gordon. Out to the right wing. Jokic. And again, it's Denver.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Rivers against Doncic. That one drops for him.
Boy, that's a recipe for disaster, fellas. Allowing Doncic to get comfortable from this area, forget about it.
Back to Rivers, shoots the 3, tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, here's Doncic, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
But he gets it back. Kleber finds Porzingis, and another shot, and he sinks the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Jokic against Porzingis. Lets it go from 11. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
It's 2-on-1. Here's the lob to the hoop. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Porter against Richardson. Gordon inside. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Doncic. Out to Porzingis. Jokic with the steal. Porter passes to Bull. Yep, that one goes in there. Bull's got his second basket.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Back to Doncic. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Floats it up for Jokic. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Porzingis.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long. Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it.
And you know what, fellas? You got to really, really admire somebody with the confidence to even try a pass like that.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 4. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
I want all the bags, I want all the bags.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Marjanovic is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Redick in at the shooting guard position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Outside Hardaway. His three-pointers off the mark.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Morris looking over the floor. And there's the pass to Harrison. A 3-ball. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Redick, here we go. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Brunson kicks to Cauley-Stein. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Morris. The Nuggets with another miss.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
They get it back. Cauley-Stein. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Cauley-Stein's got the first basket of the second quarter for Dallas. Morris outside. Pass to Millsap. Out to Morris. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Burke in for J.J. Redick. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Brunson finds Burke. And he lobs it up. And the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Brunson against Morris. Outside for Millsap. Trains the three-pointer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Cauley-Stein. Oh,
man.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Denver in the lead. Morris passes to Harrison. McGee with it. Kicks to Morris. And he lays it straight in. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Brunson against Morris. To the middle. Millsap with the steal. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Doncic comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Nuggets. Austin Rivers comes in for Morris. Clock at 6. Millsap kicks to Gordon. Porzingis with the block. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And again, Dallas turns it over. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic has checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Michael Porter in for Shaquille Harrison. Passes to Jokic. Porzingis with the block. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
The pass to Jokic. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Porzingis kicks to Powell. Porzingis inside. Jokic defending. Here's Powell. Pass to Porzingis. Over Jokic. The putback. It's good on the putback. Powell's got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Now Rivers. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The 3 for Doncic. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's Dallas. They're up by 1. And now we'll send it. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening period. That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold. And anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
So on the floor for Denver, Jokic is out there at Bowl. Then it's Rivers, then it's Porter, and it's Gordon in at the 3 slot. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 1-point game. Fires for 3. Kept alive. It's tipped. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Richardson's running, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Gordon dishes to Rivers. Left block shot on the way. Jokic, no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Here's Cauley-Stein. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. 8 feet away. Got a hand on it. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Doncic passes to Richardson. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And the dunk by Bull.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bull making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Passes it to Marjanovic. It's Cauley-Stein, top of the key. Back to Marjanovic. And here's Doncic from the arc. Good on the triple. Doncic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
Well, you know, it's clear that Doncic is very self-confident, knows he has what it takes to knock these shots down.
Rivers passes to Gordon. Jokic against Cauley-Stein. Back to Gordon for the 3. Denver gets it back. Jokic and the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Here's Richardson and a slam dunk by Richardson.
Not much the defense could do there with Richardson bouncing like that.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
There's the pass to Powell. 1:14 left here in the third quarter. Millsap with the steal. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. And Millsap slams it in.
And, you know, for a bigger guy, Millsap runs the break well. He does a nice job of getting into the lane in transition.
Brunson against Morris. Brunson kicks to Redick. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the call on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Stolen by McGee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Good on the shot. Harrison's got the lead up to 6 now for Denver.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Brunson, no good. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Out to Morris. Pass to Chunshar. Pass to Harrison. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Burke is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Outside Gordon. Shot clock at 6. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Millsap, and JaVale McGee subbed in for Jermichael Green.
Doncic showing you his smarts there because he really sized up the situation and took advantage of what the defense gave him.
Harrison passes to Porter. An easy 2 points on the layup. Porter's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Connects from three-point range.
You know, you can see the confidence Doncic shoots the ball with, especially when he gets room to pull the trigger from deep. No hesitation.
Harrison kicks to Gordon. Harrison scanning the floor. It's good. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Doncic outside. From outside, off the mark. The Nuggets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Doncic outside. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. From 15 feet away, and that one goes long.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. On the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And then for Denver, Bol comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers in for Harrison. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Good defense by Jokic.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Gordon with no one around. Richardson against Porter. Passes it to Jokic. Bol with it. The pass to Rivers. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Richardson against Gordon. Outside, Porzingis. They get it again. And Doncic is right there.
Tell you what, guys, I don't think you ever have to question Doncic's effort level. He attacks the glass and the game all the same.
Pass to Porter. We've got 1:18 left here in the 4th quarter. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here. But you know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moment. Why? He's an impact player.
Rivers surveying the D. Poked away and stolen by Richardson. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Doncic outside. 34 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
It's Rivers on the wing. Got a piece of it and stolen by Richardson.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerds there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Nine seconds left in the fourth. The offensive rebound. Here's Porzingis, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, that's not an easy assignment, as Porzingis showed there. He's a lot to handle.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
And, you know, when Porter Jr. is healthy, I mean, he's got a lot of game. This guy is versatile. He's got good size. He's a multi-dimensional talent.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to...